Hello, hello, hello. Hey, all right. Welcome to the show. This is Mike Reed. Hey, brother. Let me hear. Oh, you're muted. All right. Welcome to the show. This is Mike Reed. I'm 20, well, 31 years in the appliance business, and I am coming at you with a video on Legacy, which is a group most people don't know much about. So I'm gonna break that down to you. And along the way, we're gonna talk about current events as in regards to the industry. I brought on Contractor. What's going on, man? You're muted.
Yes, sir.
Welcome to the show, brother. I saw you on the other live that you were on just a little while ago. Because
Yes, sir.
I
Yes, sir.
don't watch much else. I only watch YouTube, really.
Same here. Same here.
Mhm.
Same here.
Yeah, I hate the way that they do the news. So I select my own news. I select my own things that I'm interested in, and I choose to filter out things
I
for
like that.
myself.
I like
Yeah.
that call. You get to pick your own trauma, how much you want to
Mhm.
expose yourself.
Hmm.
Versus catching a broad broadcast. You can select it now.
Oh yeah. Hey, Untamed Kango, what's happening? Oh, you know what? Let me flash this up on the screen because I want to thank all the people who subscribe to the show, all the people who are members to the show, and all the people who donate. Let me see, what the hell is that? Let me flash that up on the screen real quick. So all the people that donate, thank you very much. Y'all make all this possible. Frank, he donates every week. I give the brother lots of good information, and he always donates. Derek, Mel, everyone that donates, I do appreciate it. All right, so now that is, well, let me get this off the screen. All right, hey, have you ever heard of Legacy?
Yes, sir.
You have?
Yes, sir. From you.
Really? Oh, because you did you did a blank slate?
No, we spoke about it a little while ago, and you gave me some information on it. But you always give out such good information that
Yeah, but I didn't give
it.
you. Okay. I did because I was actually talking to the guy that day. I did. I've been doing work for Legacy for almost a decade. This is like a guy from Turkey or the Middle East or something that has a habit of collecting companies. So as you see on the screen, a lot of you guys will recognize some of these names from the residential side, like Avanti. He bought Avanti a couple years ago, and then he collected Orion, which was another, that was like a residential ice machine line. He owns Zero, which is down at the bottom. Let me see if I can make this any bigger. Yeah, he has Zero, which is down at the bottom, which is the ice cream scoops and stuff like that. And he has West Bend, all these other stuff. But for all intents and purposes, what we're really dealing with is the and why is my layout tripping? Are you still with me? Okay, good. You're still with me. All right, but for all intents and purposes, we're going to focus on the refrigeration, the ice, and then he's got a hot line that it's not. He has a cooking line that is general. So let's see. Oh damn! And how can I forget Blanksley? Now when brother Contractor, when you went out on that one dishwasher job that was at that beer at the brewery, what brand was that?
I have to look it up. It's in my photos.
No, never mind. I don't think it was Blanksley though, or maybe it was. No, it was the MVP. It was an MVP line. So I'm going to revisit MVP, but this is one. So when you call Legacy and you sign up with Legacy, they also have dishwasher. That is the Blanksley. Let me go ahead and touch on Blanksley real quick. Let me show you guys Blanksley. So what ties this all together is this one guy. He, instead of buying companies and breaking them up, this guy buys companies and bundles them together. So this is Blanksley. So Blanksley is for all intents and purposes, most of their stuff is from like CMA and Jackson to come up with this Blanksley line. But the Blanksley line is from, oh, let me see if I could find the about page. They moved this stuff around. And in case you guys didn't know, these dishwashers are doing, as you can see on the screen, 30 racks an hour. So contractor, just like that one you worked on, that one is 30 cycles. So as soon as you put in a rack, it comes right out, and you can do that 30 times in 1 hour. That's how many those are supposed to do. So, there's the about. Blanksley has been around since 1880. That's why I tell these people, hey, these things are not new. These things have been around for a very long time. So, all right, let's see here. So this is nothing new. It's just some of these were brands that kind of fell out of favor. And this guy's kind of like putting this stuff together, and it's in such a way that he's able to get sales for these types of things. So you won't really hear about this unless you sign up. Once you guys sign up, now you're not going to get a lot of warranty, which is good. What you will get is a lot of referrals, and that's how this works. You don't get the referrals if you don't sign up. So whenever these people have it, and they got mixers. So I know there's a couple of people that were interested in mixers. So this is one that has it. Now, planetary mixer means it's got a gear casing in it. It's not belt driven. So that's the two styles. You got a belt driven, and you got the planetary. Unfortunately, I don't have any information on, like, hands-on on how to get these things worked on. That one, people really hold that close to the chest. But the dishwashers, let me go back to, they got the hood type. They have the hood type, and they have the a rack system. Here, this competes with Jackson, and this competes with Hobart, this type of system right here. There's this large hood. Let's see. Of course, they're all electric. All right, and let me go back. So that's Legacy. That's Legacy with their Blanksley. So lots of dishwasher. They have a dishwasher line and General. All right. So now we're going to go to their General, which is hot side. And contractor, have you done much stuff on the hot side yet?
No, not yet. Not as far as the equipment goes. No.
Okay. All right. I gotta get you more into the hot side stuff. So definitely call this guy up and sign up. As you can see with these about, the different headquarters are still located. They don't move. The guy doesn't move these places. So General is out of Fort Lauderdale, which a large number of my subscribers are in Fort Lauderdale. If you're worried about parts, there it is, Parts Town. The all-powerful Parts Town. So you're very secure with getting parts. If I click on that, it's going to take me there. And then, as you know, with Parts Town, you get to see exactly what's in stock and what's not. As you can see, a lot of stuff ain't in stock. With switches, these are all common things anyway. Prices aren't too out of control. $14, $15, $30. Of course, these are for the these are for the mixers. And in this right here, this agitator shaft, that's for the ice machine. They make a flaker. this is nuts. This is an agitator for a nugget machine is $64. That's extremely cheap. Dough hook for the mixer. But I can go on and on and on with this. But as you can start to see here that they have this guy has curated a nice little coverage. So you see you got oh, let me go back. You see you got the dishwashers, and now we got hot side. Let me go back to this. So now we got hot side, we got mixers, processors, deep fryers. And they're reasonably priced. Look at that, $1,000. Now, if any of you guys are interested, I can show you how you can get some of these deep fryers for about $500 on up. If that's something that you guys are ready to do. I know I've had only about 1 or 2 people ask me about sales, but each and every one of you are available to do sales once you start signing up for these companies. All right, hold on one second. Let me go to ranges. So as you see, they got ranges 24 and 36. He hasn't gone. They're not even going up with the 60. And of course, all of these have different numbers. You can sign up individually, or you could just go ahead and just sign up with Legacy Group altogether. And then what ties it all together, they have the, as you see here on the main screen, they have the Max Cold and Max Ice. What that is their cold side. So with this, now they have refrigeration. All of this competes with Hoshizaki, competes with True, Perlick, Continental, Norlake, Atosa, Turbo Air, and the list goes on and on and on. Are they of the highest quality? I don't quite think so. Do they make these? For the most part, the answer is no. They are outsourcing this stuff. Let me see if I can find. They're outsourcing this stuff, and most of the time, it's actually from the Koreans. Let me see if I can find a little thing. So he shows like Cold Draft. They sold off Cold Draft. I don't even know why this on this picture. Max Ice been since 2008, but Max Ice is from Korea. They have full tech support with all this stuff. You can call the guy. Here's your manuals. I don't quite know what they got as far as videos. The videos are there. As somebody that's new to this, is going out to do this, you got any questions, brother?
A couple of them actually. How many other the commercial systems are going to be 120 versus like 240 or 277?
Okay, so when you're talking about voltage, because you're talking about voltage, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Refrigeration, as far as they call it mid temp and low temp. When you're talking about regular refrigeration, where it's only talking about 37 degrees. You're looking at about 120 volt units. That is going to be the norm, is going to be 119, 120 volts. Now you can have them where they're 220. That is a possibility, but 9 times out of 10, it's going to be, the 119, 120 volt unit. Freezers is where that gets a little dicey. Freezers should be, the high quality ones should be 220 volt, but you can get them in a regular 119, 120 volt. And I know the voltage varies. Sometimes you can get it as low as 110, 115 volt. You guys can't even see it. It's hard for people to understand it, but there's no standard at the house. In the US, the home voltage varies between 100 and 15 voltage and 120. That's all acceptable voltage range for that. And then the higher voltage is the 220 volts. So it goes to 208 all the way up to 220. Okay, and they're also in Fort Lauderdale on Enterprise Avenue. I think that's about an airport. If that's on Enterprise Avenue. All right. If my memory serves me correct from when I used to live down that way, let me show you guys Max. So this is Max Ice. Right. So they got chef bases, which is the pain in the butt under counter units that usually has a grill or griddle on top of it, milk coolers, dipping cabinets. So when you find the cheap ice cream places, or if maybe they had to get something in an emergency, you might find Max Cold because they can buy this from Home Depot. They can get this from online dealers, that kind of thing. Let me see here. And I got one with, because the one I just did a video. Did you see that video where I showed the slime in it? It was a quick snippet.
Yeah, I caught that.
Okay, good. That was by Legacy. I can't find. It's not mentioned in any of their things, but that's an acquisition of theirs called Uniflow. So it's online, and it's a situation where it's one of these things that they just bought. They just bought something from the Chinese or the Koreans, and then they just slap a name on it, any name on it. Something to sell is essentially what it is. It's just something to, there we go, Max Ice. Just something to sell. That's what I was looking for. Trying to find the Max Ice stuff. So, as you can see from the picture, it's similar, but yet a little different. The one that I was dealing with had that, there it is. There it is. The one I was dealing with had the display on the left side. And it had the almost like UV light to try to prevent the mold, but as you guys see, that's just for show. It's not a true UV light. Not a true UV light. It just it was just a blue light. It wasn't a UV. So there it is, but on here it's titled Max Ice. But the one I actually went out for was Uniflow. So if you ever run across one of these off-name brand ice machines, just give that manufacturer a call, because there should be a number there somewhere. I know that time it was I didn't even see what the model number was. It might have been on the back somewhere. But let me see if I can give you guys. Let's see if I can show you guys a little something. All right, bear with me. I'm gonna flip screens real quick so you guys can get the same thing. All right, I'm going to let me show my window. There we go. Because I can get into some current events, talk about Red Lobster, Panda Express, Raising Cane's, and then this Pliable that they're opening up. If you guys put something in the comment section, we can go ahead and get into some of that. So here's the information. It is legacy companies. So they're gonna want a W-9 and your insurance. So that's what they want from you. You can email, or you can give this guy a call, 844-946-0136. He's not going to answer all the time because he's busy doing tech support. But you can email him and ask him for your onboarding information. Let me go into in the comment section. All right, let me see here. What we got here? CEO Jakes. Yeah, what's happening? Brother Frank Evans, yes. Brother Frank, thank you very much for the donation. And Patrick, hey, what's going on? Hey, Patrick, I know sometimes people call me for information, but hey, man, on that brand, there are thousands of commercial brands. I could do a video every day, and still, that's only 365 days in a year, and I still wouldn't even touch on half the brands that's out there. So there's no way. The most there is all right, there are a legacy. There's five. You got Hoshizaki, Manitowoc, Scotsman, Isomatic, and then what the hell? We'll throw in. I'm gonna throw in Cold Draft. I'm gonna throw in Cold Draft. Don't shoot the messenger. The only reason why I'm throwing in Cold Draft is because Cold Draft is the originator of the 2-inch square cube. So that is why I am throwing in Cold Draft. All right, let me and so what I'm doing is I'm just going back. And so with those five brands, Hoshizaki is copied for their nugget because they have a very robust nugget. You got Blue Air, I believe, copied the Hoshizaki Undercounter Cuber. Manitowoc is copied. If you're looking at this hat, let me show this. Make this a little bigger. If you're looking at my hat right now, this manufacturer right here, what they did was they use inspiration from the Manitowoc Cuber, and then they used inspiration from the Hoshizaki Nugget to create theirs. So there are it's been an explosion in copycats out there on the market because Manitowoc had units that were out there in the market for 20 years. And I explained this to a brother that I help out a lot, and I was trying to explain to him that these machines don't fail that often. And the reason why they don't fail that often is because they have been mass produced for 20 years. The last time Scotsman has been making a Prodigy since 1999, and this is 2024. Scotsman ain't changed a thing. They've been just riding that. They're riding that one until the wheels fall off. So when these people copy these units, they're copying something that's pretty tried and true, and they've been doing that. Let me see what else we got. And they're doing that with the knowledge that, you know, this design is solid. So you're gonna have a variation of those five. So anytime you see a square cube, it is a copy of a Cold Draft, and that's why that's actually Legacy owned Cold Draft. Let me see if I get in that about section for one of those. I had it mentioned Cold Draft. Now Cold Draft has been purchased by Scotsman. So it all depends on what type of ice. What type of ice determines what the copy looks like. Basically, that's what that means. And let me show you another. Let me just jump into this to show you a little something. Let's share this one. Yeah, it was Uniflow. I was looking for Uniflow ice machine, and then I just kept coming up with all these different ones. So Vevor is out there. Vevor's got actually some of their stuff is kind of a copy of Uline on the residential side. side, Avantico, I believe it's pretty much I believe that it's just a knockoff of Manitowoc. If we can get a look on the inside, I can tell you. Not like this is going to mean much to you, and we can't see much unless they. This is why all this stuff is closed. Guys like me, if we can see what the inside looks like, we know who they're copying. And then two, they don't want to show you the inside because if they decide to switch, Avantico is like Kenmore. So this is for Webstaurant, this is their house brand. So they can just change at any time. At any time they can switch. Judging on the two vents on the side, that's a Hoshizaki style venting. Manitowoc decided to do ventilation all the way across the side, and they didn't have it where you can actually just slide the screens off to clean them. So judging by that is a. You guys can. Sorry about that. You guys couldn't see that. So this is what I was looking at. This is what I was looking at. So everything, including the back, looks like Hoshizaki. And this is what I was mentioning, the two screens on the side. That is very Hoshizaki-like. Not the display, but... So with that being said, there's no real telling what you're going to run into when you're out there in the field. No real telling. The commercial side of the things is the Wild Wild West. They can do whatever they want because it's not the same as with residential, where if you show one thing, you got to deliver that exact same thing. And in commercial, as long as they can deliver the same specs, so as long as they can, everything is measured in 24-hour period. So with this, let me show you here. So they're saying that this is a 430 pound unit. So to be safe, they're saying that they can deliver you 400 pounds in a 24-hour period. This number is at the optimum. So this is in the fall when the water is nice and cool. But they're saying in the summertime, in July, in August, at noon, you can expect 400 pounds of ice within a 24-hour period. Then you have your half cube, your full cube. So that is Avantico. So that is what they're doing. Everybody has some kind of a copycat unit. It's just a crazy explosion of this stuff. All right, let me see here. This is a new one I looked at, Causeway. I've never heard of Causeway before. And once again, this one is they're all offering pretty much the same, about between 350 and 500 pounds of ice. And the price on this is amazing. This is $1,659. You get the ice machine and the bin. The price, that $1,659 is the price of the bin with a Manitowoc. That's the price of the bin with an Ice-O-Matic. And they're giving you the bin and the ice machine, and it's free pickup. So you can have this shipped to the closest store to you at Home Depot, and then you can just pick it up, which is insane. But oh shoot, you guys couldn't see that. But the problem that you're gonna have is, so this is what I was looking at. The problem that you're gonna have is this still, I don't care how much they paid for it. I don't care if they paid $20 for a brand new ice machine. They're still gonna need cleaning. So whether you're charging them $600 every 4 months to clean it, or whether you're charging them $1,000 every 4 months to clean it, they're going to end up paying more in maintenance than they did for the machine. And for people that are new to the business, not you, but the customers that own this that's new to the business, it's kind of a hard pill for them to swallow. So what you end up with is some people that just ride it till the wheels fall off. But when it comes to this one, I've never heard of it. I don't even know where you would get parts for this damn thing from. Costway. I have no clue. Let's see here what we got. Costway ready to ship, so they're doing furniture and all other kind of stuff. Questions? Yeah, so this is just an outfit, for the Chinese. They're selling everything under the sun. It's sort of like Wayfair. Not sort of like, but yeah, practically Wayfair. So let's see here. Let me go back to Legacy. All right, contracting questions.
No, just absorbing information and learning, sir.
I know you're absorbing, but it's easier to. You got something on your mind. So this is Legacy. Let me shrink some of this.
It kind of like I thought about what you just said. When you said everything's a knockoff of a knockoff almost.
Yes.
And I agree with that. I agree with that because I've seen certain ice machines that are Scotsman, then I've seen others that are some other random. But when you as far as the mechanics of it, they're all very very similar. Like once you open them up.
Scotsman it's. Right. The only problem comes in that is trying to get the parts. That's the only problem, which is now more than ever you gotta call that factory more than ever.
I agree. On the it's the same way on the residential side. Getting the parts is hard. It's hard.
Oh yeah, because they got so many. Well, this guy is also residential, as you can see in the screen. It's Avanti. It's I forgot about Bevlis. Bevlis is hot holding side. So he's got Avanti. He's got Sapphire. He's got Venotemp. You ever worked on a Venotemp?
No, not yet.
No? Oh man, I hated working on Venotemp. Venotemp were these units. Well, not were, they are. Hold on a second here. Let me show you, because you'll still get on the commercial side, you'll get Venotemp units in a restaurant. So we'll keep it like that. So as you can see, Venotemp 4,300, 4,300, 3,000. Very very simple design, especially when you had these dual zone. So you have these multi, like this is a dual zone, and they were some of the first. Venotemp was some of the first to have Venotemp and Avanti. They were the first to use those PC fans, and they were using the little small. Instead of the larger ones, they were probably about like 2 inches. They were about 2 or 3 inches large. And that's all that they used to circulate the cold air. They would use a chill plate in the back, a solid chill plate, because using the chill plate, you don't have to introduce heat when it's time to go into a defrost. And then you get even cooling. And so they were able to introduce that. You would have they have LED lighting, and what you end up with is wire rot. You would end up with moisture getting into the connections, and then the wires would break in those connections. And what I usually would do was go in there and just direct wire the connections. But I know they're showing this in a residential setting, but you'll go into a restaurant and you'll see an entire wall of these units, an entire freaking wall for people. You'll have some clients. Oh yeah, you've seen it.
I've seen that in a few restaurant concepts. Yeah.
Right. So they'll do that. They'll line a wall or a section, or a section of the restaurant, and they'll have these over there lined up, and that's where they'll keep their bottles, and it helps them to sell it. It just keeps it front of mind that they have this kind of stuff. Let's see here. All right, so let me go back. All right, then like I said, they have pot holding and all that other kind of stuff. Hold on a second. This music is. Now, all right. So this is Legacy. It gave you guys the information to Legacy, because I see I had quite a few people drop off. They're like, "Oh hell, this is boring. I don't want nothing to do with this." So Legacy has hot, cold, wet. So they got pretty much everything covered. They got the blenders, the mixers, all that other good stuff. Blanksley with the dishwashers. I know a lot of people aren't really into the dishwashers. Oh, this is new to me. This looks like Champion. So, and they even got the same freaking numbers. So this, for guys in the know, Champion has a new display that they had worked on, and this is exactly the setup for what Champion has. And I have a video on that. I have a video on Champion and on how to do all the training for that. They have step-by-step for all of that. All right. So it looks like I am done with that one. All right, what we got here? Oh, sure, no problem, brother. Now, with all that done, with all that out the way, I tried to address at least one or two things. So, in Food Service Magazine, in Food Equipment Magazine, Progressive Grocer, I go over all this stuff for you guys, and even more, to bring you some of the. I'm going to bring you to. Oh yeah, let me go ahead and share the screen again. I am going to. Let me just give you a little bit of the current events. All right, I know some of you guys aren't too hot on Red Lobster, but we're gonna cover Red Lobster anyway, real quick. Now, my source for this is Restaurant Business Online. Red Lobster has been sold, and it was sold to a Thai business because the Thai have their little fish farms and all that other kind of stuff with the lobsters and the crawfish. So it helps them to keep their industry going. So the Thai Union Group is who actually owns Red Lobster currently. So if you guys would like to work for Red Lobster, they have their own proprietary system. You're going to go to your local Red Lobster. You're going to meet with the manager. See, they still have 660 Red Lobster units left. And then that manager is going to get you signed up into the system. He's going to get you, he's going to take your information. Corporate for Red Lobster is going to send you a link so you can get signed up into their system. So it's no longer connected with Olive Garden. So back in the day, oh man, you guys can't see that. Hold on a second. Damn it. So back in the day, those suckers used to be together, but now they are separate. So there are 660 Red Lobsters still left. Thai Union Group is actually, I know this says that they're bidding on it, but I believe they actually own it now. All right, so it says here, when they did that $20 all you can eat shrimp, they lost $11 million. They lost $11 million. But for Thai Union, they're the ones that's actually supplying the protein. So a loss in one section, but black on the balance sheet of another one. Oh, speaking of balance sheets, that remind me. Contractor, did you get a chance to look at your numbers yet?
Yeah, I did. I was able to. I was kind of close. About 80. About 80?
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, that's not bad. That's not bad.
We're also expanding. So overall overhead for the day, I spend 80, but I make in the threes. It kind of works out. But if I go out, I try to find a 3, maybe around 5.
Yeah, but I want you really just to focus on what your daily cost is. That's the main thing, because you can't control what you got coming in, but as long as you know what your daily costs are, you can manage, right? You know exactly how much time you can spend on each call. You know what everything is running you. You know when you need to cut a client, all that kind of stuff.
No, you're right. Like for the past 2 days, there are no calls, but I know come either Sunday or Monday, I'm going to be flooded. And I'll work through that.
Yeah, that's going to happen in the beginning. Which is why I tell everybody, sign up with every single one of these manufacturers that I'm telling you guys about. And the whole reason why I say that, hey man, these Scotsman, Hoshizaki, Manitowoc, and all those guys, hey man, they've been pumping out, up until recently, they have been pumping out the same machine for decades. So those things are rock solid. You're not going to get flooded with calls from Hoshizaki or Scotsman or Manitowoc or any of that. I'm signed up with an obscene number of manufacturers, which is why I show you guys these pictures of brands that you've never even heard of. If you can combine all of these different brands, that will give you at least a nice average. So let's say if you're signed up with 300 brands, and each one of those 300 brands gives you one call a year. Now you got enough calls throughout the year.
No, you're right. Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
Because they're not going to call you all the time. Last time I had a call from the Legacy Group was, I think, about almost 2 years ago. So, I mean, and that was when they owned Cold Draft. So other than that, I hardly ever get a call. Now, did I get some referrals from Legacy Group? I think I might have got about 2 or 3 calls. One of them was from a jailhouse or a prison that, you know, they had end up dogging that dishwasher. It was a Blanksley. They end up scrapping that dishwasher, and then they end up actually having me come and install the new dishwasher, which was a CMA. Because when it comes to dishwashers, it's only like myself and a few other independents. Everybody else are large firms, and they're busy taking care of places like Panda and Papa John's and that kind of stuff. So, all right, Panda Express. This is their new store rolling out. They're refreshing their look. Are you a contractor? Are you a member of the on the YouTube thing, that YouTube member stuff that I got?
I want to say yes.
Okay, on there, I just recently moved the information from Panda. I had it for the highest level subscriber, and I moved it another level down. So everybody that's in, I think like level 2 or 3, whatever, I don't even know how those levels go. You're now able to see the system of how you sign up with Panda. I go through and then I show you the website and how it works. I log into the website, and you still have to go to each Panda location and sign up with that actual location because they have so many. I'm trying to see if they have anything in here about the different how many locations they have. So right here they have 2,500 Panda locations. So everybody is they just magically think that, oh, somebody's going to give me a call. 2,500 locations. If each one of those locations calls a central dispatch on a Monday morning, there's no way they can field that many calls. So how this works is each manager is responsible for dispatching the calls to a contractor. So you would have to actually go to one of these a Panda in your area, introduce yourself, and tell them that you can do work for them in their system. So I show you guys the system that you log in, give them your insurance, you give them all your information, get set up, and then you're off of the running. Most of the equipment that they have, quite a bit of the equipment that they have, is on Igniter Labs for you to go ahead and do that work. So there you go. So now you know the secret. So if you're on that members thing, that's what kind of stuff I put on the members. So 2,500 locations. All right, let me see here. Now let me go to another one. Raising Cane's. All right, so Raising Cane's is coming to New York City. For all you guys over there on the East Coast, you're gonna get Raising Cane's. Now I don't know if you got Raising Cane's over there in North Carolina, but Raising Cane's is once again another chicken place. You would think that Texas is like home of chicken farms or something. But I think Raising Cane's is out of Austin, Texas. So Raising Cane's is officially touched down. Broadway and 44th Street. Raising Cane's. They're competing with Dave's Hot Chicken, and then Lane's Chicken is right behind them. Okay, it's a Louisiana base. It's another one like Popeyes. So, what do we have here? So they're going to have 25 locations in New York City boroughs in the next 3 years. So this is your chance to get in there. This is your time before they lock down one particular service provider. These are the moments for you to get in there and get your foot in the door. Because once they select one, which this is a good guy, but this is his market. His name is Rich Maliki. You would actually be in competition with Rich Maliki to provide service for Raising Cane's. Yeah, Raising Cane's. So you're going to be in that neck of the woods with him. So that's who you're going to be in competition with to get this. So I can see here in the distance we got a couple of buns, So you got Bun Tea boilers, you got Krathco, so 2 Krathcos, a couple of buns. Now, Raising Cane's is using true refrigeration. So the fridges, you can't really see them here, but they're going to be true back there. And I'm sorry for not being prepared. I try to be prepared when it comes to showing you what these restaurants have. I actually have a Raising Cane's 2 lights away from my house. We just had Raising Cane's the other day. $40 for three people. Raising Cane's and Dave's Hot Chicken is crazy. I spent $40 on chicken. Untamed Kango, what do you mean about Huda? All right, you're gonna have to help me out with that one. So that's what you're looking at if you're in that New York market. So Raising Cane has 740 restaurants in 36 states. So this is not some isolated to just Texas and Louisiana and then now New York, right? Contractor, they're going to be coming. They're coming to you. So if you guys are at all interested, I can give you some more information because, like I said, they're right in my backyard. Within 3 minutes, I'm inside the lobby of a Raising Cane's. Within 3 minutes. So I can't remember what kind of fryer they had. I want to say they had Pitco. Almost everybody has had Pitco lately. Let me see here. All right, now I'm gonna move it along. Have you seen one? Contractor, you seen one? Let me see if they got one.
What, Raising Cane's? No, I have. Dave's Hot Chicken I have seen down here.
Oh, you got Dave's Hot Chicken. All right, so
Yeah.
did you see the video I did on Dave's Hot Chicken?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, good. All right, so here's Raising Cane. So, yeah, Raising Cane and Dave's Hot Chicken, they're pretty much competitors because both of them are serving boneless. Both of them are serving boneless chicken. And what's crazy is I'll have, at the corner of my house, I have a Raising Cane's, and in cat corner from that, there is a, what's that Christian chicken? What's the Christian chicken? What's that one? What's the one that's closed on Sunday?
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A, yes. So I got a Chick-fil-A across the street from Raising Cane's, and both of them have a line around the corner. Both of them got a line around the corner. And you could throw a rock at Raising Cane's and break a window in Chick-fil-A. That's how close they are. They both serve chicken. It's nuts. So Raising Cane's got a lot of nice investors. So yeah, there we go. All right, here we go. So this is going to affect most of you, most of my viewers. There you go. 7 in New York, 35 over there in oh man, what is DMV? 35 over there. 35 in the DMV. Oh man, West Virginia really likes their chicken. And so of course, where I am, 77. And what's got me beat is Austin. Austin got 109. What the hell? You would, man. So I'm in a unique position because I can most of these concepts, and when I say most of these, I mean most of these concepts are in my backyard. So here you go. Yeah, this is touching on all you guys in Florida. Pause. 14 down there, South Florida, and in Tallahassee, even though that's on the west side, but that's more than likely it's probably going towards Tallahassee instead of the Panhandle. Who else we got? I got some people up there in Dallas and Oklahoma. So this is all. Vegas is 15. Let me see if there's any up in Seattle. None in Seattle yet. But doesn't mean you shouldn't be prepared. All right, so in my market, they're using Coker. They're using Coker in my area. Let me show you who Coker is. It's CSI Coker. That's what it is. So I don't know quite yet, and he just had an interview. Coker just did an interview. I don't know if they have this deal across the country. Let me see here. Let's go to their locations. Let's see what they got. I don't want to throw shade on them, but that was the one picture I showed you. I was actually taking care of my client, which is a Salad and Go, which was right next to a Raising Cane's, and the ice machine was down. So yeah, it was Coker. Okay, so Coker is only handling Chicago because he's from Chicago. Like I said, that's right there on North Avenue in Villa Park, Austin, and in Houston, right here where I am. So you guys are good. So they don't appear to have, just based off this, they don't appear to have a nationwide service contract. So away you go. Yeah, man. Hey, yes, it is good money. Easy. Well, I try not to say easy money. But yeah, I bring everybody into the business by way of ice. Everybody into the business by way of ice, because most places are using it. You know, I gotta do a funeral home. I know it's going to be a matter of time before that machine goes down. They got an Ice-O-Matic in a funeral home. Post offices, you know, the mail carriers. It was 81 degrees today here in Houston, and it's still February. 81 degrees. So the mail carriers, they have ice, and they typically don't bring it from home. They usually get it from the break room in the post office. All right, we ebbing and flowing here with viewership. And please, people, put in the comment section any subject matter that you guys would like for me to bring to the forefront, to bring to the light. I have no problem doing that. Let's bring it out there, get you guys the answers that you need. So now we're going to go to another one, and this is going to, let me hit you with a pause. This is going to touch on quite a few of you. Pause. Let's see what we got here. So this is called Pliable. So they're going to be opening up 75 new shops. Like I said, I introduce you guys to the appliances. I tell you how to get training on it, show you how to get signed up to provide service to them, not for the warranty, but for the referrals. You should have more referrals from the manufacturer than you ever should have warranty claims. No manufacturer likes warranty claims, by the way. So this is one of those South American quick serve chains. So Asai, Pitaya, mango, green coconut, blah blah blah, fruit smoothies. You know, green coconut, that would be something my wife would like. So they just signed 8 new agreements, and they're opening up 54 new locations. Oh, let me once again, my source is Chain Store Age. Got to make sure I do that. Chain Store Age is my source for this. So they're entering Chicago. Playa Bowl is coming to Chicago. This is kind of competing with Cava and some of those other chains that are coming into popularity. So right here, you see Playa Bowl has more than 200 shops right now, system wide. So New York, Boston, Miami, Chicago. All hotspots. Only thing that isn't covered is California right now. 75 new shops, and they got more. They got an agreement for 150 more locations. So they're coming to me. They're coming to Houston and Dallas, as all things should. They know I'm here. They want the best, so they gotta come here. They gotta come here. That's just how it goes. All right, let me see here. Chicago's got 10 units. So this is what's coming. Because they're not here yet, I really can't tell you. I haven't had any emails on the design plans or what the store is going to be like, what kind of equipment they have. So if any of you are in these markets and you frequent these locations, you happen to look in the back, let me know. Let me know. Help a brother out. San Antonio. So they're coming to San Antonio, 3 in San Antonio. So they're telling you the names of the people that own these places. This is a good thing to know. This is a very good thing to know. When you go to these places, see Raj, right? Punwani, right? So in Manhattan, 10 units are going to be owned by Raj Punwani. You're going to want to go on over to the locations and say, hey, I'd like to give this information to Mr. Raj Punwabi and Punwani. My bad, Punwani. You give him all your training information that you got that's only relevant to what he's got in his store. It's very irritating for people to get stuff, certificates for stuff that they don't even have in a store. So you give them that, along with your COI, all that good stuff, and that at least gets you in the door. Especially if you have training in his equipment. If you have training in his equipment, 9 times out of 10, they're going to go to you first. They're going to go to you first. Prove me wrong. That's all I got to say. Prove me wrong. So Boston, you got 10. I haven't had a call from anyone in Boston, but there you go. They use a bidding system? No, they don't use a bidding system. You just go up to the, of course, there's no soliciting at the post office, so you'd have to go drop off some letters or something like that, and then say, hey, I need to give this. By the way, I need to give this to the manager. And I don't know why I looked around. I don't have any cards for me, but the manager, every single post office has a manager, and you want to tell them that you take care of the ice machines in the back. And the girls are always going to act a little goofy. Yeah, none of this stuff. All my cards I got in my hand are for manufacturers. But yeah, you want to tell them that you take care of the ice machines. And most times they act a little goofy. They don't know. Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. Funny story. I went into a post office. This is in Midtown in Houston. And because I had lost, I do this often. I lost track of which post office they called me. I knew it was in Midtown. I just didn't realize that they had 4 freaking post offices in Midtown. And so I went to one that I knew of, and I asked the girls and said, hey, the ice machines you got, I need to clean them. Can I take a look and see if these are the ones you guys had called me about? And they said they didn't know what I was talking about. I left that post office. I kid you not. The next day, that post office manager called me and said he had ice machines that were dirty and needed to be cleaned. Now, I eventually found, I did go to like 2, 3 other post offices. I eventually found the post office I need to be at. But I didn't leave my card. I didn't leave a card. I didn't leave any documentation, no identification whatsoever to that particular post office. And they called me the next day. Crazy. But no, there's no bidding system because it's they have no way of actually taking care of this in a centralized way. And then two, there's no unified price. I don't know how dirty that thing is. I don't know when the last time it was cleaned. I don't know if it has a problem in addition to it being clean. Any of that. Yeah, I know, Frank. I know you like that the AC work. And by the way, that Wendy's, if you get into the Wendy's, they have all the stuff for the AC on Igniter Labs for the Wendy's. So if you guys haven't tried getting into a Wendy's, they are now the #2 chain. They've overtaken Burger King. Went up, we lost contractor, but he's more than welcome to come back. And any of you guys are willing. Shoot. Anybody that's willing to come on, you're more than welcome to come on because I know. Okay, he's back. Yeah, I know. I just looked at that. Wait a minute, Patrick Young. Aren't you in? I thought you were in California. I thought Patrick Young was in California. You had to excuse me because I'm at 590 subscribers so far. So it was easier to keep track of everybody when it was like 100. Yeah, I know, contractor. I know. I followed you on the other stream. That's why I didn't send you a message. I waited till the other stream ended and then I started mine because I didn't want to send you a message while you were in the middle of talking. Contractor was mentoring this young man on the line, and I think I might swing by that place and introduce myself to the gentleman rogue or whatever he calls himself, because he's about 30 minutes from me. Now let me see here. We were talking about Playa Bowl. Let me go back to that. We were talking about Playa Bowl, San Antonio, Scranton, Pennsylvania, Phoenix, Sarasota, Florida. All right. So like I said, this is what you do. We need to find out what equipment they have. Make sure you have training for the equipment that they have in there. And then you put your portfolio together along with all your contact information, what you're going to do for them as far as quarterly service on the ice machines, taking care of the equipment, door gaskets and all that stuff. Because when these chains, especially they're building them out, what they do is this: they have corporate come to the locations and inspect to make sure everything looks nice. The reason why they want to make sure everything looks nice, everything up to snuff, is because they're selling these franchises. So at every location is a showroom. Every location is a showroom. These people are not in the business of selling Playa Bowls. They're in the business of selling the Playa Bowl. That's what they're in the business of. So they're looking for another Raj to buy 10 units. They're looking for another Brian to buy another 10 units, at $1 million a piece, $800,000 a piece. That's what their real goal is. Not to sling out some ceviche or some green coconut. All right, that's the real play. Let's see. Anybody ever eaten in one of these? Hold on, let me go back to this. Anybody ever eaten in one of these? Okay, one on Tennessee Street. All right, cool. Yeah, I answer my email. My email comes up just like my phone. Yeah, because I know you're going to be in Katy. You said you're going to be in Katy another week or two. Yeah, I answer my phone. And I think you got both numbers. Let me see here. Anyway, I send you another. I send you another message to make sure you got both my lines and my email. So let's see here. So that's why. Oh yeah. Hold on 1 second. Sorry about that, you guys. We go Pliable. Let's see what they got. Let's see what Pliable's website. Maybe we can snatch a couple of. Maybe we can snatch a couple of views of what they've got. So once again, everybody is selling drinks. Everybody's selling drinks, and this is gonna sound a little crazy to you guys, but looking at the ice, they have a Hoshizaki ice machine. So they have Hoshizaki ice machine. Let's see here. They're showing Florida. That looks like Florida. Yep. I just about to see Mayfair. Yeah, that's Florida. All right, let's see here. Franchise. Yeah, they're in Forbes, Eater, blah blah blah. They're doing catering. Yeah. All right, they're being very vague as far as the pictures of the back of the house. Being extremely vague. Welcome to Pineapple Land, huh? My wife loves these freaking bowls, especially the rice. Not rice. I forgot what the hell it is. There's a place around the corner from me. They do these bowls. She likes them. They are kind of expensive. So this is okay. So this is kind of like a juice place. It's kind of like It's kind of like a juice place. And the bowls are like a acai. They are, yeah. So I guess a bowl with coconut, a bowl with banana. Yep. So basically, it's a fruit smoothie place. This is like Smoothie King, the next generation. The Nutella, my daughter might actually like this. I wonder how much this is. $8, $20. Let's see what they got. That does not look too enticing to me, but whatever. Philly, Ann Arbor, Michigan, all this coming soon. Whoa, 20 in Miami. Of course, that is Fort Lauderdale. Oh, 3 in Miami, most in Fort Lauderdale. The reason for that, the retail space is so much more expensive in Miami versus Fort Lauderdale. And of course, West Palm Beach is coming. I'm surprised they don't have Boca on there. Surprised there's no Boca. The reason why I'll mention this because I used to work this whole corridor. Used to work that whole strip right there. Of course, they're going to do Gold Coast. Well, Treasure Coast, my bad. Of course, they're going to do Treasure Coast. They do Naples, where all the former Chicago people are at. Clearwater, Jackson. So this is the area where a lot of you guys are at that follow me that are in Florida. That I do know. All right, so let's see here. So anyway, back to it because now I realize that this is primarily a juice. This is primarily a juice place. So that means you're either dealing with Vitamix or you're dealing with damn, I can't think of the other one right now. It's escaping me. And I'm going to lean towards Vitamix. Now, maybe Waring Commercial. Waring Commercial has this new style blender, and it's going to be hitting the market. So be on the lookout for that. It's got a dual system. So it's got it's got the blade at the bottom, but then it's got a stir at the top with battery operated with charging bases, and so it's designed to speed up the blending, and it's designed to provide a smoother blend. Unlike Vitamix, which because the blades rotate so fast, it has a tendency to break down the proteins. It'll heat up the food. Anybody that's familiar with it, you can actually cook soup in a Vitamix. All right, so let's see here. So this means you're going to have quite a bit of refrigeration. So um, freezers, blenders, ice machine, and I don't see. Let's see if they have any hot stuff. Let's see what they have that's hot. Because if they have anything hot, that means they're gonna have a some kind of a Turbo Chef, or they're gonna have a Turbo Chef, Mary Chef, or a Mana Menu Master, sort of like Tropical Smoothie Cafe. Because that's kind of like what this is. This is like Tropical Smoothie Cafe without the sandwiches. So there are, yeah, you've got refrigeration. So this is a nice smooth deal. This is a really good one if you're really trying to break into a larger chain. Get in good with some of these franchise owners, which if they have enough money to pop off 10 of these, 8 of these like we're seeing, I am fairly certain they have other restaurants out there. And this is their way of diversifying. So they're getting away from proteins like chicken and stuff like that, and they're going with the juice category. They're getting away from pizza. They're going with the juice category. They're getting away from burgers, going to the juice category. So that's when you're a restaurant owner and they own 5-6 different types of restaurants. This is their idea of diversification. Now, with that being said, I think I ran through all of those. All right, we talked about Pliable. We talked about Raising Cane's. Talked about Panda, Red Lobster. We went over Legacy Group. Showed you how to get a hold of Legacy Group. I did talk about, let me see if this, okay, good. This popped up. So March 12th to the 15th, not Manitowoc, my bad. In Laverne, Tennessee, Myco Dish Machines has their training coming up. March 12th to the 15th. One of their customers is rolling out nationwide, and they also are taking care of hospitals. So if you are the type that want to scale up your business, you want to have other people working for you, outsource, this is one of the brands that you want to get training on, because they are inserting themselves into hospitals across the country. They are the #1 brand on cruise ships. So it's a brand that's out there that kind of flies under the radar. It's German, and it's been around since they used to wash stuff in barrels. So that's how far back it goes. All right. Now how long have we been on it? An hour and 24 minutes. If anybody is interested in placing timestamps, by all means, you are more than welcome to put down timestamps, because I do cover quite a range of items in these live streams. Anything else you guys want me to cover for you before we wrap this thing up? And I'll probably do another one tomorrow. I gotta go and chase down an issue with a deep fryer, and then take care of an electrical issue with with a Hatco toaster. Yeah, it's a Hatco with a Hatco toaster. So we could do that. I'll end up probably doing that after I do this. What's a good time for you guys tomorrow? If tomorrow is a good day at all. And contractor, speak up. Any questions? Sir. Any questions you got, brother? Any questions you got?
As of right now, no. But I'm definitely going to go. I'm going back over this video, and if I can pick all the gold that you just laid down. Okay. Because you know me, I'm about scaling, and
I know you are.
Yeah.
Well, and that's why I show you guys all of these chains, right? Once you get the training, once you get your foundation, and you learn this stuff, you can then grow your business. Did you see the video I did the other day? I did one yesterday, yes. Right? Okay, good. Right, like I was showing you, and I got a subscriber off of that yesterday. I never know what people are going to like. But, hey, you see how you can scale that up in Central and South America. You see how you can scale it up. I know you have plans on another side of the globe, but for those that plan on staying on this side of the hemisphere, you can go. Hey, you can go and live in Belize. You can go and live in Panama, because both Belize and Panama has a huge population of expats from the States. And unlike, see, here's the problem. Ordinarily, here's the problem when it comes to, let's say you wanted to do Whirlpool or Frigidaire or GE and live in Belize, live in the Bahamas, live in Jamaica, or live in, let's say Haiti, right? The products are made by different factories and the parts aren't the same. So like I have people all the time that try to get me to ship them parts to Jamaica for stuff, and it's something that was made in Central America, South America, and the parts aren't the same. You know, and they go, oh, but it's an LG. It's like, yeah, man, but that's a different LG. Oh, it's a Samsung. Yeah, but that's a different Samsung. That's made in the Samsung in South America, and the parts ain't the same, bro. The parts ain't the same. Board is different. Door lock is different. Everything is different. But you don't have that problem on the commercial side. You and I talked, I'm not going to mention the place, but you eventually going to where you want to retire to, you can still have your business. You can hire people, train people, or even outsource where you're talking about retiring to with these different products, because the controllers are going to be the same. The condenser fan motors are going to be the same. The refrigerant is the same. Everything is the same. On the commercial side, you could truly go somewhere else, do the same thing, just somewhere else. Like I said, Myco, that's German. Myco is German. So, you know, you could, if it was on ships, hey, if they ever work out that corridor to the ocean, where you talking about going, hey, you'd be able to take care of those units on the ships, because they have to, the crew has to eat on those boats. And the items that are going to be washing the dishes and the pots and pans more than likely would be a Myco unit. And so if you get your training here, when you retire and go over there, you'll be able to take care of those kind of units. And likewise, until that time comes, you know, right here, Pliable is coming right to a city near you. And I have tons of stories about this on, you know, laundry, everything else, the whole nine. So the more information I start to find out about the laundry, the more I'll be able to help you guys out. Let me see what I can show you guys. And like I said, any questions you got right about now, I'll knock them out for you. Yeah, we got the Texas Restaurant Show. This is from the Specialty Coffee. Ooh, Specialty Coffee. That's going to be in April in Chicago. Nice. I gotta update the training information on coffee. As soon as I look into that, I'll let you guys know. Especially when it comes to Bun, when it comes to San Remo, when it comes to Slayer, all of those different ones. I'll let you guys know. Hey, before I do that, did you guys know about the management conference, the facilities management conference that's going to be in March? All right, there's roasters. Let me see if I can pull it up. If it's MOFC, I believe. Now, ordinarily, I tell you guys there. I think is it? No. It's not MOFC. Because MOFC is manufacturers. Facilities. Hold on. It is facilities. So normally I tell you guys don't even bother with these type of things. But there we go. But this is a good one. This is actually a good one for you guys. So they're going to be in, let's see here. Baltimore. Yeah, so they're going to be in Baltimore. So I'm not telling you guys to fly from California to go to Baltimore, but this is something that every single one of you guys ask about. All those different companies that are that have these government contracts, right? All these different companies that have these deals with the airports and things like that. These are the facilities management companies. All those ones you guys have asked questions about. This is where you can see them in the flesh. The National Facilities Management and Technology Conference, March 12th to the 14th in Baltimore. This is where, because I call up some of those numbers for you guys, and I'm like talking to the Philippines and all this other stuff. This is where you actually be able to shake someone's hand. See this? Look at that. Right? So this is what type of time it's on. That's what type of time you're on. Let me see if I can find this. So this is I don't think none of these links. I don't know why they send these freaking links, because these links don't work. Let me see if I can put this in the chat and you guys can click on it. Can you guys see that okay? Let me see if this thing works. Does this thing work in the chat? Can you click on that and see if that freaking thing works? So this is where the facilities management people all gather, and they do not mind. This is not like the Pizza Expo. This is not like the restaurant Expo. This is different. This is where facility management groups come together, and they're networking, and they're actually looking forward to someone like you coming up there, giving them. This is the time when you can give them your business card. You don't need to give these people a portfolio. You can just give them a business card, and they will definitely act on it. So as you see, they're all up there with their banners, and hey, we're P&G and all this other stuff. They tell you, because they're covering everything: electrical, plumbing, facility management as far as cleaning, all that kind of good stuff. So this is where they're trying to introduce themselves to Starbucks. They're trying to introduce themselves to McDonald's, Cane's, Lane's, Pliable franchisees. That's where these people go. They'll come here to get a solution for their repair issues, to get a solution. These are the companies that find restaurant chains and other office buildings and stuff like that. People that are going to fix cracked floor tiles. People that are going to fix broken windows. People that are going to fix the lights, air conditioning. Air conditioning. Air conditioning. This is the people that are going to sub out dispatches on the AC. So I'm not saying to go take the trip. And I'm not saying, oh, she's happy. I'm not saying to go ahead and pay that money. But if you are in that region, it would be a good idea to go. If this is something that you're into, if you want one of those dispatch situations, I am not into that. I don't really care for it. But you guys are hollering and screaming for it. National Facilities Management and Technology Conference. It's not some little get together. It's not some dingy event with 5 people standing around, because I had to convince a certain young lady to go to some of these conventions, and they had actually sold out on her. But these are the pay, instead of like trying to find out, oh, who's this? Hey, Mike, you ever heard of this one? You ever heard of that one? No, I ain't never heard of this. Look at that. There's a whole damn convention center full of them. How the hell am I going to know? Look at it. This is who the sponsors are. These are big name. Viga, which is the press fittings for the gas and water. Steel Saw, Carrier, air conditioning, Carrier. Let's see here. Polyglass, that's for your, like I said, your glasses and stuff like that. Oh, there we go. Duck Dynasty. Cleaning the ducts. Let's see here. Floor cleaning, all that kind of stuff. But they have contact information. I would definitely call them. I would definitely call these people. Now, it's not something where it's focused on our industry. Our industry is just a small portion of what they're looking to have covered. See, guys are there with their logos on their shirts and whatnot. So this is the type of thing where you can get your answers that you guys have been looking for. Okay, I got a comment. Let's see here. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I know, because Frank said, oh, it's in Baltimore. I'm sorry, Baltimore. This is in Baltimore. So and I'm saying only these things rotate around the country. Do not go out of your way for this one. Do not spend any kind of money for this one. This is only if you're in the region and you can spare the time to go. Only if you're in the region. And I'm trying to figure out, looking at this video, I'm trying to find out where all the rest of the facilities management people are. They say it's Facilities Expo Hall. There's Carrier. There you go. There's Carrier that's showing up. You can call these people. I would call them as well. I would definitely call them, because here's the thing that let me do this here. Here's the other thing that I suggest to you guys is whatever facilities management company you guys are interested in, I would see if they're going to appear at this thing. If they're going to go to this thing, then yeah, that's that's one of the good things. That's one of the things. And I might have slightly brought this up before, but I never really dove into it like now. So you see the name, see what it is. You go ahead and look it up on Instagram because the website is kind of not the greatest. So as you can see, as far as the eye can see, all these different people offering their facilities management services. Some of the people are out there to get you to use their equipment, and some are just facilities management companies. Yeah, some of the cranes and all that, all kind of. Okay, so they do have a free. The expo hall is free, so you don't have to pay. And see, that's kind of misleading because before it made it seem like you had to pay to attend the event. So when you go to that part I showed you where you can just walk around, it's that is free. See, so they're going over warranty, but when a customer says, "But I do have warranty," and this is something I talk about with Brother Charles all the time. It's a hot topic. What employees want, Brother Contractor, no problem. I just came up on a whim. Just came up on a whim. They also have a listing of all the people who are members of this association. See here, they talk about the sprinklers and all that other stuff. Hey, no problem. Trip hazards, Stanley, I guess with Stanley locks. Yeah, so they just did Orlando. They either did Orlando or they're gonna do Orlando because I said 21 weeks ago, Orlando. Yeah, so last year was Orlando. No problem, Brother Contractor. So there you are. It's a nice little convention about contractors. There are other associations that are set up for these contractors, these associations, and things like that. So you don't have to really ask if these things exist, because they do. And with that, I lost my guest. He had to go. He had to go. So as always, I do appreciate you guys coming in, checking out the information, meeting you people in the flesh. It is it's surreal. It is surreal. So I'll keep plugging along at this. I'm trying to put more stuff on the member only section. So I'll put a little stuff out there for the general public, and then I'm going to try to maybe do more in depth, but I definitely just show like receipts, email addresses, and go in depth into the websites on some of these other things. Once you finish with training, then you guys can go ahead and move on. You move on and go ahead and get all these different accounts. Like I said, you can go into food service. Hold on, let me see here. Food service equipment. There are tons of periodicals. So this is the Food Service Equipment magazine, Food Service Equipment and Supply. I know they all have similar names. Progressive Grocery. Actually, I had a couple of articles I wanted to talk to you guys about grocery. I'm going to say that for another time because we're already coming up on the 2-hour mark. So I'll put some more stuff out there for you. Oh man, no problem. Let me get rid of that. So we're gonna wrap this up, and I'm gonna do my best to be here tomorrow after I finish with a couple of jobs. Peace. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Oh, what we got here? Hey, I try, Brother Frank. I try. Get my outro.